I miss who I was before Donald Trump came into power. It's hard enough being a human, an adult, a woman, a mother, but waking up every day with this sense of dread and rage. I miss the person I used to be. I miss the country I thought we were.
Fuck, dude, if I had one wish, it would just go back to life before DJT walked down that elevator. That dude has literally destroyed the fabric of the country. I didn't know Chuck Norris was a diehard Trump supporter. Can't even make any jokes anymore, bro. Found out? Oh, okay, I didn't know. Rest in piss, bitch. A lot of people be like, oh, bro, you make everything political. This isn't about politics, bro. This is about protecting myself from you weirdos. Because if you dismiss what's going on in the country right now as just, whatever, bro, run of the mill, it's what happened. That just tells me that you're a type of motherfucker that can be influenced to fall into evil. Yeah, bro, which means I think you have the possibility to become an evil, weird motherfucker. Which means I gotta protect myself from you. Every thing, dude, in this country is because of that dude. And he's the most disgusting, despicable human being on the mother planet. So you can say whatever you want to say about the state of the world. Oh, Biden did this, Obama did that, Bush did this. They weren't eating babies and rape kids, bro. So you can say whatever the you want to say, but that undisputed fact is what it is. And you can dismiss it. Which means you are subject to falling into evil, to be a disgusting, despicable human motherfucking being. So I got to protect myself from all you motherfuckers, man. 10 toes down in this shit, man. And I don't give a bro. There's going to be nobody in my life around me that plays this shit off and is a friend of mine, man. I can't trust you motherfuckers, bro. I can't. Whole world fucked since that dude walked down an elevator, bro.
The America that I once knew is gone. That's what I see people say online, especially young people. And I go, then you never knew your country. And I'm finding a lot of people never really understood or knew America. You didn't study your history, or you only understood the history that you were taught in school, which is actually propaganda, not real history. It was designed to make you docile, designed to make you compliant, to believe that the country that you live in is perfect, it cares about equality, cares about the life condition and the living condition of its citizens. None of that shit was ever true. It was all propaganda. You were taught if you work hard, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be able to make a lot of money, or at least make decent money to support your family, and you won't have to burn the candle at both ends. All that shit was a lie. It was designed to just get you to continue to be compliant as you were moving through the system and growing up and moving through it. But the country, what you see America doing right now is exactly who America is. Quiet is kept technically. Technically, America's been cosplaying all this time. When you think about it, it's been a whole cosplay operation of pretending to be something it's not, pretending that it cares about its citizens, pretending that it's a democracy, when in fact, it's always been laying down for rich people and businesses. And now it's just at a point where rich people and businesses were running out of runway for making money. So now, what do? You buy government and you infuse yourself in it, and then you can get taxpayer money as much as you want without abandon. Now, keep in mind, these companies are already getting taxpayer money, but now they can really get it. Now they can really get it because they are America. They are everything we claimed that we weren't. But when I see that conversation about this is not who we are, where the fuck y'all been at, really?
People keep saying they miss life before Trump became president, but what if this is just what has always been there and now we are finally seeing it? Hey, beautiful family, welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in, and I hope everyone is doing amazing from wherever they're watching this video from. So, in today's video, we are looking at people sharing life before Trump became president and how it feels now. And I'm curious to know what you guys think about this episode. Kindly like the video and also follow the original creators. I will be leaving their handles down in the description under this video so that you can check them out. Anyway, let's dive in.
What are the immediate effects of Trump's policies and being a trans person?
It's already next to impossible for trans kids to get care. Now they're making it literally. And gender affirming care is life-saving care. So by doing this, they are going to kill people. Trans people are just doing things to feel more comfortable in their body, to feel like themselves, and they just want to be supported and recognized as human. Everybody practices some sort of gender affirming care, and it's not medical. You look at the people in office. Elon Musk got a hair transplant. You see Trump wearing and having the most orange face. He's taking actions to make himself feel more comfortable in his body by changing his appearance, wearing whatever makeup. And we're basically just doing the same thing just to make ourselves feel more comfortable when we look at the mirror and feel like ourselves. It's not what the media claims it is, that people are getting transgender operations in jail. You need to get your therapists, your doctors. You have to have basically 4-step verification. You have to get so many approvals. It literally takes years to get an appointment. I basically just convinced my parents to let me get gender affirming care when Trump was elected, and I was trying to make an appointment, and then suddenly they cut it off. And that's why we're here fighting for it, because we want people to have access to life-saving care that makes them feel happier with themselves. We just want to be kids. I should be worrying about my school and my grades, not having my rights stripped of me, my existence being erased, and being barred to have any access to life-saving care.
No new wars. No more foreign wars. We're not sending our boys to the Middle East. No more. That's not even a war. Islam is bad. Look, I live in fear every single day of Iranians nuking my house. You're just a bunch of panicans. I'm scared to death over here of Iran, and you're panicking about a new war? Stop the foreign spending. No more waste, fraud, and abuse. He's even getting Elon involved, and he's gonna create the Doge, which they're gonna find waste, fraud, and abuse in the government, and we're shutting it all down. We're gonna save $1, maybe $2 trillion. Look, Ukraine, Israel, and all them other countries that we sending our money to, they really need it more than we do. What's another 10 trillion added to the debt anyway? Our politicians had to add all that extra money into that their spending bill. And honestly, the NGOs, whatever that is, I'm sure it's not really that bad anyway. Probably a good thing.
2016 is remembered so fondly because it was the last year before Trump. I said what I said, and what I said isn't wrong. People are going to come at me saying that I have TDS or that I'm politicizing everything unnecessarily, but I'm 100% right. When you look at 2016, that was really the last year that a lot of Americans had hope that things would improve in the future. We just came off of 8 years of an Obama presidency, which improved things materially for a lot of Americans following the 2008 financial crisis. And we kind of had this hope that things would continue to improve. And man, Trump sucked the air out of the room after he got elected, right? I mean, one, Trump campaigned on removing a lot of the improvements that Obama made. But two, he just increased the division in this country so immensely. I mean, there was a huge spike in hate crimes after Trump got elected, like a measurable one. And division is something that Trump campaigned on. I mean, when he announced that he was running for presidency, his speech was talking about how Mexico's not sending their best, right? From day zero, Trump has been sowing division. And that's only increased since 2016. I mean, how many people have you seen online talk about how they can't even talk to so-and-so relative anymore because they've gone full MAGA, or they become brainwashed by this MAGA cult and don't believe that vaccines work anymore, right? And another thing that's kind of connected to all of this is social media and how its usage and how people view it has changed following 2016. Before 2016, social media was still a way to bring people together, right? People talk about how millennials are so free because we didn't really have that toxic social media landscape where everyone is like afraid to be cringe We didn't have that, right? These social media applications were still used as a way to bring people together. And Trump really turned that on its head. People think I'm being dramatic, but do you remember Cambridge Analytica in that time? Trump exploited social media to, again, further divide people. And that's how people see social media, as kind of like this toxic place where people are watching each other's moves. It's no longer that place that brings people together. It's just a way to spread hate. So I think that changed with Trump being elected. Again, people are going to say I'm dramatic, I got TDS, blah, 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 blah. But I think that's why there was this historic vibe shift, really, in 2016 or after 2016. And it all leads to Trump.
The trauma response you are having to the Trump presidency right now is because you are holding the memory of the threat while living the reality of the threat at the same time. We have a layered trauma response happening right now. Your body is responding to both 2017 feelings and 2025 feelings at the same time. We can't just pick and choose and say, hey, can we just stick to what's happening right now and leave the past in the past? No, your body and your nervous system is saying it's all happening right now. The threat of danger, the danger from 2017 all through his first presidency, and then the current danger that was threatened and even worse than I think some of us imagined, that we are living through right now. You're not losing it. There's nothing wrong with you. You are in fact living through compounding trauma, moments of incredible uncertainty, and genuinely traumatizing exposure to everything and anything violence related constantly. And that's on top of everything we've already experienced, especially when it relates to Trump's first term. You're going through something. You're going through a lot, actually. So act like it. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Know that this isn't just the moment you're responding to. It's everything. It is as heavy as it feels, and you need as much grace as you can give yourself. Like, even more, honestly, if we can push it a little bit.
Trump has literally taken away all my rights. All of them. Women's rights, gone. Just vanished. I was told he had bring back slavery. Black folks were going to be chained up by Tuesday. Still haven't gotten my plantation assignment. Should I be worried? Oh, and apparently I was getting deported. Never mind that I came here legally and became an American citizen over 15 years ago. But sure, let me go back. Then there was the whole Trump's going to start World War III and MAGA is headed to Iran. Yet somehow I missed the draft notice. And martial law, still waiting. I even refreshed my notifications just in case. But yes, we live in a dictatorship. You are literally screaming F Trump online with zero consequences in this so-called dictatorship. At what point do you realize the scare tactics were just that, scare tactics? The campaign lies are stale, the outrage is tired, and the facts never backed any of it up. Liberal fatigue is real. Seek help.
Okay, this is actually interesting because when they say they miss life before Trump became president, I don't even think it's just about him as a person. I think what they're actually reacting to is how much the feeling of everyday life in the United States has changed over the past several years. Because when you think about it, around that time, everything started to feel more intense. Like politics became something that people live and breathe every day. You will hear it in conversations, friendships, relationships. Like everything just became more divided, more emotional. Like things just became more heavy, right? But at the same time, I feel like what we are seeing right now didn't just suddenly start. It's more like the things that were already there are now being exposed. Like whenever I get on TikTok, I've even done several videos about this. People like to talk about the American dream disappearing. But if we are really being honest, for a lot of people, that dream has been slipping away for years. Maybe it wasn't as visible like now, or maybe people were not just really paying attention to it like the way they are doing right now. Now you have got people who are working multiple jobs. Some have even already lost their jobs. A lot of people are trying to keep up with the rising costs, and it's not adding up. And I've also seen videos of people deciding to like leave the country completely and start their life somewhere else, which is stressful and emotional. But, you know, that's a decision you make when you realize like you don't have any other option. I also feel like what so many people are reacting to is not just about Trump, but maybe the feeling of normalcy or personally feeling comfortable without being overwhelmed or feeling less stress about what is going on in the country, especially now with this new administration. Every day you wake up when you like already know something is already up. I've seen people who are even saying that they are no longer paying for their TV subscriptions because they are fed up with the news all the time. This man is up to this, up to that, and it's not making the economy any better. It's just busy picking fights with ABC, of which is not even benefiting the people who voted for him. All of this is something that a lot of people can relate to no matter where you're from. But I also think there is a bit of nostalgia here because every time period feels simpler when you look back at it. Like you do not remember the struggles the same way you remember the feeling. That's why I said it earlier that I feel like this is not just about one president or moment, but more like a bigger shift economically, socially, and emotionally, where people are starting to question whether the life they were working toward is realistic anymore. So that makes this conversation deeper than before versus now. Thank you very much for watching, but I am very curious to know what you guys think. Do you feel like things were genuinely better back then? Or does it just feel that way looking back? And do you think this is just about politics or just how life has changed over time? Thanks once again for watching. I appreciate your massive love, massive support, every like, every share, every comment that you leave under my videos. And you who are subscribed to this channel, you are my VIP. Thank you. And if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Be part of this amazing family so that you don't miss anything that is going on around the world. I will see you in my next one and take care of yourselves. Bye.